What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. So as you guys can tell from the title, this week I decided to finally get this grand reveal. Is it really a grand reveal? The reveal of the house that I've been working on. And we actually finished this project 3 weeks ago, but I didn't upload it because something actually happened when we finished the house. I'm talking like it's like something bad, but basically what happened was I had this vision, guys. I had this vision in my head of how I wanted to do this video, how I wanted to record the reveal video and everything. And then on the day that I had actually gone to the house to just do the final touches, get everything together, set it all up so that we can also take pictures for like Airbnb, should we want to put it on Airbnb, etc. I actually went with the housekeeper, and unbeknownst to me, the tenants who are actually staying there now moved their stuff in on that day while I had stepped out. I had to go to the shop to just grab some stuff, and then I was also meeting up with one of my really close friends for lunch. So I left the housekeeper cleaning the house and getting everything together while I went to run these errands. So the person who connected these tenants to my client never told me that they're gonna be moving their stuff in. So I was just under the assumption that we had the house on that day to just finish up and then obviously take photos, take videos and everything. So I come back to the house and I find stuff, literally stuff everywhere, in the bedrooms, in the living room, in the kitchen. These people literally had moved in all this stuff because the tenants were staying for 3 months. So I was so crushed. And I was just like, oh my god, the vision I had gone down the drain because this stuff was just everywhere, and there's no way I was gonna touch this stuff because, you know, it's COVID times. You don't want to touch people's stuff. These are strangers. I don't do that. So I literally just had to, like, you know, throw my freaking vision into the bin, and that actually really discouraged me. And not really discouraged, but it like demotivated me to do this video, to the point where I was even contemplating not doing it at all. And then I was like, you know what, Melissa, stop being dramatic, okay? You literally, I had recorded some backup content, but that was before the house was fully finished. I did that because I was like, you know, you never know. A situation might come whereby I'm not able to get a video that I want. And that's actually what happened. And I was just so, I was just like, wow, really? But I just kept thinking to myself, and I'm like, you actually have videos, you have some type of content, so why not just go ahead and actually use that and do the video? So that's actually what I'm going to share with you guys today. And I feel like it's still good content because it does give you guys a glimpse of what the house looks like once we got it all together. So you'll still get to see like the before any furniture was put into the house, and then of course afters. I was actually very happy with the end result. Minimalistic with a touch of class. That's kind of what we were going for, because I mean, it's a rental home. The house that we were finishing is going to be frequented a lot by visitors and guests, so we just wanted a house that was very nice, but it's also very simplistic in the sense that, like, we didn't want to put a lot of fragile stuff in the house where you're constantly dealing with damages and having to replace stuff. We just wanted to go with very minimal things, but it still needs to be a functional house because it's going to be used quite frequently. So that was kind of the look that we were going for, and I think we actually did a good job. My client was very hands-on in the project. Like, she really knew what she wanted, which is good. I mean, it always makes your job easier when the client knows what they want. But then I kind of felt like, you know, I could have done a little bit more. I was like, don't you want to use me? I really feel like I could have given a bit more of my input and creativity, but at the end of the day, the client is always right. So you always just want to make sure that, like, you are going according to what the client wants. And that's kind of what I had to do in this project, which was okay. Things went well except for the last stretch. Oh my goodness, guys, I don't even know where to start. I was like, you know what, it was too good to be true. It started off so good, and I was like, when things start off so well like this, just know there's something's coming. And that last stretch was just crazy. Honestly, guys, it was just hectic. Having to deal with just people not meeting their deadlines and timelines. And when you're doing interior designing, it gets so frustrating sometimes, because when one person doesn't deliver, then it sets everybody back. It's just like this whole domino effect. One person not upholding their duties is going to affect everybody else. So that's kind of what happened. Somebody didn't deliver, which ended up affecting everything. So everything had to be like put on pause for 2 good weeks. And then we just had drama with a furniture store whereby one of the items that was delivered broke during delivery. They're the ones who brought this item into the house. And the day that they delivered the item, we were not in a position to have it set up because the house was brand new. The electricity had not been set up yet. So they were pretty much like, oh, you know, we're gonna need the electricity because we're gonna need to use a drill. So we were like, okay, well, we don't have electricity at this time, so you guys will just have to come back. And they literally stopped their goods and they left. They did not even tell us that like they're the ones who had to come back and open this box, because if you open it yourself or somebody else opens it, then they are literally not liable for any type of damage whatsoever. They delivered these goods on a Saturday. When Monday came, a different technician from a different furniture store actually came to assemble the dining table. So we're like, why don't we kill 2 birds with 1 stone and ask this guy to set this console table for us? We go ahead and we open it, not knowing that like this would be the worst decision we could ever make. And when we opened it, we saw that like one side of the console table was broken. It was made of like this really fragile material, and I guess in transit when it was being delivered, it broke. I spent an entire week just trying to like, you know, plead with the customer care manager to just like figure out how we can solve this and stuff like that. And they were literally like, oh, we didn't open it, our technicians didn't open it, we didn't touch it, so we cannot be liable and blah 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 blah. And I was like, but you're the ones who delivered these goods, so who broke it if it's not for you? Because this house is brand new, you didn't have people living inside of it, and they didn't want to hear any of that. They were pretty much just trying to put it off as like we're the ones who broke this thing and are trying to like frame them. And I was like, it's ridiculous. So they took us round and round in circles, and the manager was like, oh, the directors are not having it. And I got to the point where I got so fed up because I'm such a solutions person, and I was like, if you're not gonna give me a solution, I'm just gonna have to look for a solution for myself, because they didn't want to replace it, they didn't want to repair it. So I was like, we can't throw this thing away. This console table was so expensive, we're just gonna have to figure out how we can use this thing. So I actually know a technician who works for the same company who is actually really good. He's a very handy guy and he can fix things and stuff like that. I literally just called him and I was like, listen, this is what happened with, you know, your company. And I was like, please just come and have a look at this table and see if it's something that we can fix so that we can keep it pushing, because I honestly didn't even have time for that shit. I was just having such a crazy week, and I'm like, on top of that, they were giving me the stress. So this guy came and he was like, oh, it's fixable. So we actually managed to fix it ourselves. And I was just like, thank God. All this literally just happened in the last stretch, and it just made it such a crazy last stretch. But you know what? We managed to get everything done. And at the end of the day, my client was so happy. I was so happy with the work that we managed to put together for the type of home that we were looking for. I was pleased with what we managed to do. So without further ado, I think I will stop chatting. I hope you guys like it. So yes guys, that is the house before, literally when it had nothing, and after we furnished it. We literally did a whole 360. So that is the first home, and then I decided to also just share with you guys a second home that I did, but this one I actually did previously in the beginning of the year. And this, honestly guys, has got to be my favorite project. I absolutely loved working in this home. My client she really relied on me and my creativity, and just like she really wanted my input. She was so open to ideas and different opinions. She was so keen on like what I thought. She really used me. She really did, and I was like, thank you. Because that's my job. It really allowed me to tap into that side of me that, like, you know, just gives it my all. Not saying I didn't give it my all for this other project, I definitely did, but I just feel like this one really, it touched me because it allowed me to put a bit of me into it, to the point where till today she's always telling me she can't believe it's at home. She was so happy, and nothing melts my heart and warms my heart like happy clients. Oh my goodness, like I think for me that is just what tops this whole interior designing thing, when your client is just so happy and, you know, they just can't get enough of what you managed to create for them. For me, that's just it really motivates me to keep going and just to keep on wanting to do this over and over and over and over again. It was an amazing project. I really enjoyed working on it, to the point where sometimes I was like, wait, I'm the one who did this? Wait, hold up, what me? So I really enjoyed it. Without further ado, I think I'm also just gonna jump straight into the video so that you guys can see what we managed to create. Here it is. That is pretty much it. Loved it. I honestly, I love this home. I really did. All of them actually, even my previous project, the one that I did most recently, I absolutely loved it. I think for me, just being able to be so creative is what makes me so happy. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So if you guys know anybody who is looking for an interior designer in Nairobi, holla at me. Ask me, you know, for my contact details. Actually, what I need to do is I need to make a page for my interior designing business and hustle. I usually do this and then I just like take pictures, and I'm like, okay, you need to kind of use these pictures and, you know, market yourself somehow. So yeah, I really do need to make a page. But anyway, if you guys know somebody who's looking for somebody, I'll let you girl, okay? But thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm gonna keep it super short, leave it here, and you guys will definitely see me in my next video. Bye.